one of you go to the canvas, I'll send the other one to a neutral corner, and you don't come out until I tell you. Now you look at me when I'm talking, yeah, you look at me, okay? When I say break, stand back, that's exactly what I mean. Shake hands, have a good one.
Well, does Thompson really prove himself here? Eubank says he's technically spot on for this. He was excellent really in defeat last time against Joe Calzaghe, but of course that was at super middleweight. This is a division 22 pounds higher. What strategy will Eubank use? He's been keeping it a secret. Most feel his tactics will be to not get involved. And look at these body punches from Eubank, and what effect, we wonder, will the heavy-hitting cruiserweight Thompson have when he lands? Can Eubank, who's always been very, very strong, never been stopped, will he be able to take a cruiserweight's punches? So many subplots here, Glenn.
Yes, there really is. Eubank, he looks as if he wants to have a fight early on. You would expect speed to be the key for him, to be in and out, use the angles and just try and outwork Thompson.
Real speed from Eubank, that's one thing he does have here, and of course, a wealth of top-level experience. Thompson has been saying in the build-up he'll be in Eubank's face all night, pressure him, make his natural extra weight tell. Eubank has started sharply here. Eubank is working to a carefully defined plan that has been honed over lonely, long weeks on Bodmin Moor with his trainer Massimo Perret, who first taught him to box in his days in the Bronx in New York. Right hand from Thompson, and sharp with the jab too. And it does look as if Eubank's tactics are to get in, throw fast flurries of punches, get away again.
Yes, there should be the tactics he adopts. Use the ring, use the angle, just get in quickly, get the speed, and then get out. Not be looking to mix it and make it a physical fight with the much stronger Thompson.
Eubank just on the run for a moment. Was he just shaken by one of those shots, you wonder? He's come back, he's regrouped. Floored in the first round, remember, last time by Calzaghe with a big left hook. Lovely right uppercut from Eubank. Beautiful shot.
Yes, he's shown some nice quick punches inside. He's very calculated about every move that he's making.
Thompson, 22 wins, 4 defeats. He has been on the floor 8 times in his career, Carl Thompson. Eubank's been down 6 times in all those long years. Thompson working quite nicely behind his own jab. But I think Eubank's round. Agree, Glenn?
I would agree. Eubank, he just did more of the eye-catching work. He's a little bit busier, some nice little shots inside, and he's loving it. Now he's playing to the crowd. I think he was quite pleased with his round.
And there were significantly, even in Thompson's hometown, chants of Eubank in that round.
Yes, he's always going to have a great deal of support. This is where he's on the run. He just gets caught with an uppercut there, just a glancing blow, but he's on the run trying to get out of the way there. Just a short glancing blow, but I think it took a little out of him, and he wanted to quickly make a hasty retreat.
Thompson has 16 knockout wins in those 22 victories. A lot of his best performances, Thompson, have been away from home. Thompson in the green trunks, but you barely need the identification, do you, by now? Not when Chris Eubank's in the ring. Beautiful combination from Chris Eubank. At the moment looks needle sharp, and is caught by a right hand, and that's the danger for him. He did seem moved by that, Glenn.
Yes, he does. There does look a difference in power. Every time he gets hit with a shot like that, he's looking to quickly get out of the way.
And 12 rounds is a long time to make this strategy of his work.
And that's where Thompson can gain the advantage. Eubank looking to hold inside, and that's where it's physical.
A couple of low blows there from Eubank. Roy Francis saying keep your punches up to him. Francis was the referee on that tragic night of the Chris Eubank-Michael Watson fight. In fact, it was Roy Francis' first job as referee in a world title fight.
Just a few tricks going in from Eubank, just trying to unsettle Thompson.
Good body punching from Eubank, but Thompson looking heavy-handed. And you just wonder if one of these is really going to get Eubank going. He's always had a rock-solid chin. This is a big, big jump. 2 divisions in one leap.
Eubank doing an awful lot to the body of Thompson. Quick flurries there. I would have thought he would have headhunted in a fight like this.
Great right uppercut from Thompson, who's looking for some more heavy artillery. The battle lines, I think, are drawn here now. Eubank looking to use his speed to outbox Thompson. But that strategy involves him not getting hit too much, doesn't it?
Yes, and he's not moving as much as I would think, with a nice combination there.
Oh, he just rocked Thompson. Thompson's hurt. Thompson is hurt. Eubank's got him going. He has the power, even at cruiserweight. And back comes Thompson with a right hand. His legs still look a bit stiff himself. This is boiling up into the fight we thought it might be. What about this?
A good punch from Eubank. We didn't think he'd have the power to hurt Thompson, but he certainly did there.
And now he's indulging in psychological warfare. Eubank's never been noted as a great finisher, but what about this? The WBO Cruiserweight Championship, Eubank's 51st fight of a long, long career. He made 3 defenses at middleweight and 14 at super middleweight.
Thompson's been hurt in fights before. In the European title fight with a clean Taffa, he got off the floor to stop Taffa.
A terrific right uppercut from Thompson there. The other thing you worry about, really, with Eubank is whether all the miles on the clock, all the hard nights may catch up with him. He started very, very well. Just a little hint of a bruise underneath Eubank's left eye. Nothing much, really. Simultaneous jabs from them.
Well, I think the good thing in Eubank, his favour at this point, is he's managing to come dictate the pace of the fight, so he can put the pressure on what he wants.
This is a good round for Thompson so far, his best yet. He's starting to settle down, you feel. Work behind his jab, and he's finding Eubank with that. Eubank with those low-held gloves, and maybe the reflexes aren't quite what they were. I can think of a time when he would have just moved his head a fraction of an inch to get out of the way of some of these.
No, he's having to take these jabs now. This is much better from Thompson behind the jab.
And another uppercut and a right cross from Thompson. This is the first dodgy period for Eubank. He's having to show that resilience. He'll be looking for counters in there. Eubank may have postured and gone through the pseudo-regal gestures down the years, but make no mistake, this man can fight. He's shown it in the trenches on a few occasions.
I think the character and the toughness of Eubank has never been questioned. He may need it in this fight.
Now there are a chance of Thompson from some of the Manchester contingent. Now this is spellbinding so far. Eubank had a bad first minute and a half in the round. He's got through that and come back pretty well himself here. Now he's starting to outbox Thompson, but I think it was still Thompson's round. In the build-up to this, Eubank a cruiserweight now. Beautifully poised at the moment, and you would hesitate to call a winner from this point, wouldn't you?
You would. It's a very good fight. I think everybody sensed it would be. There's a lot of people came here to see this fight.
Thompson, the quiet family man who lives near the Bolton Wanderers football ground, works in Billy Graham's Phoenix camp here in inner city Manchester. Says he's never had any favours. He's right about that too.
Yes, he's worked hard, did it the hard way for everything he's got. Had good fights in Europe.
Good cluster of shots from Thompson. Oh, and a terrific right hand from Eubank, which set the sweat spraying. And there was some kidology from Thompson, pretended to be hurt, and suckered Eubank in. And looked at right hand, and now he's got him with a right uppercut. Right uppercut from Eubank, who needs to get to a neutral corner. Thompson is down, and he may be in trouble. It's a mandatory 8. What a beautiful shot Eubank found in there.
What an amazing fight this is. Great work from Chris Eubank.
This is an extraordinary fighter, and Eubank is finding all this, knowing that if he does not win, it is the end of the glory years. Thompson might still be dangerous.
Both boxers there land with good right hands. They're both trying to load up, looking for the other to make a mistake.
And the interesting thing is, we thought Thompson would be the big puncher in this fight. Eubank has looked the puncher.
It's amazing that he stepped up 2 weights and carried power. His power even looks better at this weight.
Unless there is a bit of a question mark about Thompson's own punch resistance. He has been down a few times, got up to win usually, to be absolutely fair to him. Thompson's come through the crisis, but at the moment, a big factor in this fight, it seems to me, is Eubank's extra resilience.
Another bit of kidology from Thompson, but he is taking shots from Eubank.
Eubank, big round, and there's a mutual tap of the gloves from the two fighters who are appreciating each other's qualities. What a fight this is. Here's round 5. And those who said that this was mission impossible for Chris Eubank are having to do a hasty redraft. They could yet be proved right, though. We'll see.
A good jab from Thompson, who works better when he gets the jab working.
Oh, big right hand from Thompson. Again, it bounces off Eubank. bit of a nick under the right eye now of Eubank as well. And his left eye's closing up a little, you know. That left eye's closing up significantly for Eubank. That could become a big problem later on. It's becoming something of a slit.
Yes, it is. It's closed very fast. That Thompson's got to carry on with the jab. That's a good punch for him.
That left eye could be a big problem for Eubank. He may not see some of the right hands coming as this develops. Thompson will be encouraged by that. Gulp of air from Eubank. Thompson's confidence for the moment appears to have been restored.
There seems to be a bit of strength which is just drained from Eubank in this round.
Just doesn't seem to have that speed and sharpness he had early on. Oh, and Thompson looking to let go with a few howitzers now.
Eubank not using the ring as good as he was. And he looks as if he's on heavy legs.
Yes, if the weight thing is going to tell, it would be as it went on, wouldn't it, more? Oh, big right hand, and again, Thompson's legs do a dance, and that time he wasn't kidding. That time he was hurt again. Eubank knows that he may have the power to stop or knock out this fellow. This is dodging this way and that at the moment. It's nearly dodging out of the ring.
Eubank coming back at the end of the round to hurt Thompson again, and he does have the power to upset the champion.
A real thinking performance, this by Eubank. Eubank in those yellow trunks. Do you think Thompson will be psychologically disadvantaged, shall we say, by the fact that his best punches are not really moving Eubank yet?
Most definitely. Also the fact that he knows Eubank has the power to hurt him, and that could have a bad effect on his thinking. He's got to continue to be positive, and he's got to try and press forward more.
Most scorecards, I'm sure, will have Eubank ahead. Glenn McCrory's does. But this argument is a long way from being settled. It's funny, isn't it? For so long, Eubank looked so lazy in some of his defences in his earlier era, and against Calzaghe again tonight he's pulled out two of the most memorable performances of his career.
Yes, well, I think that was really when he was in his heyday and he was getting all the attention, maybe too much attention, and now when it's much harder. Good right hand from Thompson there.
That was a cracking right, but significantly again Eubank just took it. And back comes Eubank with a three-punch combination.
Mohamed has a hard act to follow after this, because this is a tremendous performance by Chris Eubank.
Overhand rights from Eubank. Thompson having to take some on the way in. Eubank shakes his head as he's caught by a right hand by Thompson. Thompson will keep on throwing them, keep on trying to apply the pressure, and he may well believe that he will get to Eubank late on here. That left eye is closing all the time.
It's looking very bad, the left eye. That's going to be a major problem.
And there's a long way to go. He was hurt by one of them, Eubank. But look at his response, fighting hard. Striking right hand from Eubank that time.
It must be very tiring for Eubank. He's having to work very hard to keep Thompson off and keep hitting him with big shots.
Looking relatively unmarked as we move into the second half of the fight. Eubank looking off balance, and was that a sign of tiredness, the way he stumbled into the ropes on the far side?
Well, I think tiredness has to be a factor, but also he was really trying to load up with the right hand, give it everything he could.
He was squinting through that eye there. Oh,
big right hand from Thompson. That hurt Eubank.
And is he seeing some of these right hands now through that closed left eye? With this damage, this must look like a long tunnel ahead for Eubank at the moment. He's looking the superior technician, and he's shown he has the power at the weight as well, but there's a relentlessness now about Thompson. Eubank still very, very dangerous. They're tiring, the two of them, and you'd expect that too.
Eubank looking very tired there, falling into the ropes.
Unsteady on his legs a little. Is Thompson taking over?
This has been a very tough fight for both, but you just suddenly the sense that, you know, the stronger man looks the better the longer it's going on.
I don't recall Eubank ever having an injury this serious in a fight. Oh, a right hand, and Thompson's all over the place. He's all over the place. Roy Francis just on, and Eubank stands off. Why did he do that? Why did he stand off?
And it's unbelievable. He looked at first that he was out, and then he says to Roy Francis, so I don't know if he was kidding or what was happening, so it's hard to tell in this fight.
Did he believe that Thompson was trying kidology? If he did, I think he was wrong. I think Thompson was hurt.
I think that's what he thought. I think he thought. I'm not sure how hurt Thompson was, because he was quick to reply to Roy Francis.
Well, will Eubank live to regret those few seconds? They're both looking very tired now. Eubank, straight right hand. Who has most left? Desire will become a big, big factor now. The way it looks at the moment, you'd be surprised if this went the full 12, wouldn't you?
You would be. It is a tremendous fight, and I think we've got to give credit to both these boxers, but Eubank is doing so well.
Eighth round. Seems like they've been out there for hours, doesn't it? Battling. It's a draining, grueling fight, this. Eubank fighting with one eye, almost.
But still doing enough on my scorecard. I just give him 1 point ahead.
Now, a timeout from Roy Francis. Not quite sure what he said to Eubank there. Oh, Eubank comes in with a right hand. What do you think Roy Francis was saying there?
Well, I think at times Eubank has held in close and he shouted his instructions, and he's ignored it, and I think he was maybe just telling him to listen to what he's saying.
Right back.
You almost sense that one of them is ready to go, but which one?
Well, it's appeared like that for the last few rounds. They both look desperately tired. Big punches are going in from each of them, and you just feel that either one could go.
It's certainly changed from that first session where Eubank was looking to use his speed and dance. Oh, big right uppercut, now the right hand. Eubank digs deep and comes back with two great rights. What a fight this is. Who will prevail? Are you watching Eubank's final stand?
Well, there's a lot of pride in that ring. Neither one wants to give way. They both look hurt, then they come fighting back.
Oh, gets through his right hand, left, and Eubank showing all that resilience and rock solid chin, and look at him come back with a three-punch combination. Unbelievable stuff, this. Big, heavy headshots. Roy Francis takes a close look at both of them. Oh, another right, and a right uppercut. Thompson, is he taking over? And every time you think he is, Eubank comes back with another flurry. But Thompson looks on top at the moment.
Thompson looks strong. You wouldn't think Eubank can keep taking punches like these. These are heavy shots.
Oh, he's got him with a left hook, Eubank. But Thompson resumes the assault. He had to call it off for just a split second. And now Thompson's legs look a little wobbly. Has he punched himself out for the moment? Answer no, because he has a right hand.
These are boxing each other to a complete standstill. This is terrific stuff.
They are bearing their souls, these two. This is memorable. Is Eubank on the verge of being stopped for the very first time in his long career? What next here? Here's the 9th round. Thompson looks stronger at the moment, doesn't he?
Big right hand there from Thompson. He does. He looks as if it's finally getting to Eubank. The extra weight, the extra strength.
Eubank having to lay on the ropes more. His legs seem to have gone a little.
Good uppercut right hand coming out there, Eubank.
You do feel that Eubank needs to get out of there, but I don't know, maybe he's happy just covering up and countering and hoping he can rock Thompson with one.
Well, I think he's just maybe taking a respite there, just got to try and get a bit zap back in his legs, and now he's back with movement.
Against a lot of lesser men, Thompson, you feel, would have prevailed, worn his man down by now.
Big shots again in there from Thompson. Eubank content to stand in the corner, not the best place you feel for him.
Both of them digging so deep and showing enormous desire in pursuit of this prize of a version of the World Cruiserweight Championship. Not much coming back from Eubank at the moment.
But Thompson also looking very tired.
Oh, two big rights, and Thompson has to give ground. There's a third one. He's all over the place. Will Eubank go in this time? Thompson's head is clearing.
Big right hand. Eubank's just been waiting there, just trying to get the energy for a big attack.
4 or 5 times it seemed in this fight that Eubank has really had Thompson going and not been able to press home the advantage.
Well, the crowd appreciating this work from Eubank, shouting out his name.
But it's a sensational fight, this. This one will be talked about in years to come as one of the momentous battles in the British ring.
Thompson putting the pressure on Eubank, keeping him in the corner for most of the round, and then Eubank comes out with flashy punches, big overhand right. That hurt Thompson.
And here's round 10. Oh, smashing ramrod jab from Thompson. Now that's just a trip up. He tripped over his legs. No knockdown. No knockdown. Thompson acknowledges as much. Right hand. Sending Eubank reeling for a moment, but he's still keeping it together. There's Glenn McCrory's scorecard coming up for you now, in a moment or two. Anyway, there it is.
Now just got the tide turning there for the first time and putting Thompson ahead. Just the 1 point.
I think it must be close. Some of these rounds have been open to different interpretations, and we've seen in the past how subjective the business of judging can be. But will the judges be needed? At times now they almost seem to be fighting in slow motion.
Yes, the legs are very tired. This has been a very hard fight. The conditioning from both fighters must have been excellent to keep this pace going, to take these punches.
All that preparation on Bodmin Moore for Eubank is getting him through here.
Eubank just falling forward, falling in the arms of Thompson there. Very tired.
Thompson busier. That will carry some weight with the judges. The big crowd here have seen a fight to remember, but which way is it going? Left hook, now the jabs from Thompson.
Good pressure from Thompson, but I think we're just expecting something at any time from Eubank. Every round he's brought something out.
It's a superhuman effort, this, from both of them, but especially from Eubank, who you feel has gone back to the tank about 50 times. And every time he comes back with just a wee bit more fuel.
Battle for Eubank. I don't think anybody really thought he had this sort of fight left in him. He's been through so many great fights, and then to perform like this is remarkable.
This might well depend on what happens in the last 2 rounds. Although we can't possibly be absolutely certain of that. Thompson has certainly been doing the better work and more of it in the second half of the fight. Eubank seemed to be the boss for the most part in the first half, if generalisations are possible.
Yes, I think at this point Thompson looks the fresher. I think we expected that the extra weight, the jump up, had to take its toll, and it is in these late rounds.
Oh, huge right hand from Eubank. Is Thompson hurt by that? I just wondered whether he was holding on for a moment. Seems okay. He's shouting at Eubank to work off the jab in the corner.
Good left hook in there from Thompson. Again, just trying to keep the pressure on Eubank.
The draining body shot coming in from Eubank. These two, well, there'll be almost a fusion of spirits between them after experiencing this together between these ropes. Eubank's covering up while he's taking a few of those on the gloves.
Eubank trying to use all of his experience in these late rounds just to make his work be accurate, not to waste energy.
Thompson still doing more. I wonder if Eubank is thinking in the back of his mind that he's in a lead and is in a situation where he's holding on and staying out of trouble. If he is doing that, he may be making a mistake.
Right back!
Boxers are often the worst scorers of fight when they're involved in them.
Well, it's very hard to really know what's going on point-wise when you're in there. You know he's in a very tough fight.
Look at that dancing Eubank just did there. Look how fresh his legs were to do that. I didn't think he still had that in there.
Well, he was dancing, but then he lost balance towards the end, which shows you that he is tired. He's just trying to look fresh. Thompson's still looking the better, putting more shots in.
Thompson is winning these late rounds, you feel. The 12th and last round. People are on their feet all around this arena. You see Helen Mirren, the actress, in the background there. 2 rows back. And Eubank looks for a big finish. Has he been holding a little back? What were the odds on the draw? 33 to 1.
Well, this is going to be a hard one to settle. A lot of these rounds have been pretty close, but I'd give it Thompson pulling away towards the end and a handy lead of 3 points. He's just looked the fresher, but Eubank's had some marvellous moments in this fight.
Jab, right hand. Sharp work from Eubank still. Eubank's talking to him now. They can both see the finishing tape. Eubank holding his arms aloft, trying to send out signals to the judges, maybe. I think they're too experienced to buy that.
I think it's also a little kidology to Thompson, maybe trying to just make him lose his cool, just lull him into a big punch.
Well, we didn't think he could go 12 rounds. I noticed Eubank there nod to George Foreman.
There's a smile and he's got a permanent wink with the left eye, so it may not have been a wink.
He's had that for about half an hour too. Chance of Eubank ringing around, some of Thompson too. It's been one of the great fight scenes in a British ring. Eubank again says something to Thompson.
He had to take a left hook for his effort. Eubank trying to sucker Thompson in.
That's right, and look for a counter.
You expect a big finish to this round from Eubank.
23 seconds left. If he's going to do that, he'll need to do it fast. Does Eubank feel he's ahead? They'll both claim the victory here, I'm sure. He's carrying out a running conversation in there as the seconds tick away. Maybe Eubank just got that last round. Look how the fans here, nearly 20,000 of them at the 9X in Manchester, celebrate. You think Thompson's won?
I think he
I think it's close.
probably by about 3 points, but I think Eubank has gained so much respect from that performance.
They're carrying Eubank around the ring, but this really is all part of the psychological warfare. You can ignore this. They're carrying him around like he's a winner. Thompson now has his arms aloft.
Ladies and gentlemen, we go to the scorecards, but before we do, how about a round of applause for this great example of hand-to-hand combat here in a boxing ring between champion and challenger. The score is as follows. Luis Pavon scores the bout 114 to 113. $116 to 113 from John Paris. 114 to 113 from John Stewart for the winner by unanimous decision. And still,
Thompson has got it. And Eubank, after such a brave gladiatorial effort, is beaten for the 4th consecutive world title fight, and they will argue over that, judging of that fight, I'm sure. I bet when we ask around, people had all kinds of different interpretations of that, but Thompson, give him all the credit in the world. Well, congratulations, Carl. Still the champion, but what a great, great fight. You must feel privileged to be a part of that.
I'm not taking anything away from Chris, but Chris performed brilliant. I have to go back and see what I'm doing wrong. But even though I won, that's not Carl Thompson in there.
You weren't doing too much wrong. You won a memorable fight.
I know. I'm very critical. And very critical. And I think I took too much notice of my mistakes, what I'm doing wrong, and then Chris is catching me. And I can't afford. That's what I learned, a valuable lesson today. But I tell you, I kept on trying. No way I was going to let it go. I kept on trying to the very end. And I'm going to have to give my hands to Chris for a brilliant fight.